And our final story is about donuts missing in action in America. In a turn of events that has left donut lovers scratching their heads, several Dunkin stores across Nebraska and New Mexico were mysteriously devoid of their signature pastries. The shelves barren and no explanation in sight, customers were offered a meager alternative, Munchkins, the donut holes that never really quite hit the spot. And the shortage has sparked confusion and disappointment, raising questions about Dunkin's ability to deliver the sweet treats that made it a household name. While Americans wait for the donuts to return, here's our report on the missing snacks.
Americans and donuts. It's a love story as old as time, or at least as old as breakfast. Donuts have long been the go-to comfort food. There's something magical about the perfect circle of fried dough, dusted with sugar or oozing with frosting. It's basically happiness with a hole in the middle. But in a plot twist nobody saw coming, Dunkin, the very brand that helped fuel this donut addiction, has left Americans in donutless despair. Yes, you heard that right. A donut shortage has hit select stores in Nebraska and New Mexico. Picture this, you've just rolled out of bed, you've survived another brutal night of Netflix binging, and you're craving the only thing that can revive your soul: Dunkin' coffee and a donut. You stroll into a Dunkin' store for your circular treat, only to be greeted by an ominous sign that reads "No donuts today" due to a manufacturing error. The disappointment hits harder than the caffeine ever could. This was the reality for countless donut aficionados in Omaha, Lincoln, Grand Island and Albuquerque in New Mexico. And while some locations offered Munchkins, also known as donut holes, let's be real, there's no substitute for the real deal. Now here's where it gets juicy. We all know that Dunkin, the company that made its name by combining caffeine and carbs, wouldn't just forget to restock donuts for no reason. According to a manager at one Omaha location, the cause of the shortage was a closely guarded secret. The manager said in as many words that it's a national problem. Was it sabotage, a donut conspiracy, a simple mistake? The mystery deepens. What we do know is that Dunkin couldn't blame the weather this time, nor the typical supply chain woes. Instead, franchisee Bryce Bears stepped forward to reveal that the real culprit was none other than a batch of subpar donuts from one of Dunkin's suppliers. Bears, in his infinite wisdom, decided that customers deserve better than substandard donuts, so he'd just not serve them. Meanwhile, back at corporate, the message was clear. Donuts would return, but only once the issue was resolved. While Dunkin was having issues with donuts in Nebraska and New Mexico, other places like Boston and Missouri were unaffected. But in Albuquerque, the drama took a funnier turn. Local police joked that they nearly cancelled their chief's monthly meeting over the shortage. As one spokesperson quipped, "Fortunately, we averted tragedy when Roma Bakery came through with breakfast burritos." Yes, folks, the police saved the day with breakfast burritos. Is there a more American solution? For now, Dunkin has promised that their donut shelves will be stocked again soon. But let's be real, this whole debacle leaves us wondering, is Dunkin still the donut icon we know and love, or has it become just another coffee shop trying too hard to be trendy?
From breaking news to the day's biggest controversies, shedding light on the world's top headlines, detailed analysis on the stories that matter the most to you. Catch it all on Spotlight at 6 p.m. India time and 12:30 GMT, only on Firstpost.